Welcome people, my name is Evil Little Stew and this is Mech Warrior Online. The last review I did was of the Catapult K2. Well, now we're here to do a review on the Hunch Back G, which comes standard with an AC-20 and 3 medium lasers. However, I have changed this a little bit to my preference, to what I prefer, and yeah, basically that. So let's get into it. The Hunchback isn't bad. It's a medium mech. It's quite expensive, being about 3 million, I think, something like that. So it takes a while to get if you haven't got MC. So it comes with a standard 200 engine. For the Hunchback, that's actually pretty good. It goes around at a speed of about 70, I think, is around its max. So that's pretty damn good speed for a 200 engine. The AC-20 is, of course, the main weapon. It's this giant cannon on the side of the Hunchback, though it is open up for a big target by other mechs. So do try to protect that as much as you can. So, standard, you'd come with a medium laser here, a medium laser here, and a small laser in the head, I believe. So not 3 medium lasers, 2 medium lasers and a small laser. However, I have changed this to my personal preference and put a medium laser in the head and one on the arm, and stripped the armor off this arm, preferably so I could have another heatsink and more AC-20 ammo. As you can see, I have 3, I think 2 is standard, and I've added the case to protect them. Heat-wise, it can overheat pretty quick if you're firing both AC-20 and the medium lasers. So depending on how you want to do things, I would suggest using one or the other before using the other one. So if you want to use the lasers to open up, use the lasers to open up. If you want to use the AC-20, use the AC-20. I tend to use the AC-20 as a finisher. I like to rip through people's cores and stuff like that with it. I don't really... sometimes I'll use it to strip the armor, but sometimes I just prefer to use the lasers. It depends on how engaged into the battle I am. If I am going 1 versus 1 against someone else, then I will use both weapons to the best that I can, using the AC-20 to strip their armor quickly. So alternatively, you can have something smaller like an AC-5 or an AC-10. You can have more ammo. You might be able to put another medium laser onto the arm. There's not really a vast amount you can do with the Hunchback, which is a bit of a shame. But it's good for what it does. It's a very good support mech. You could put... I could stop saying, you could put a AC-5 in here, then some machine guns, because it does have 3 ballistic slots, so that'll give you 8 tons, plus 0.5 tons per machine gun, so you can have 2 machine guns and an AC-5. So if you rip their armor open, just use the machine guns to blast their internals, and yeah, they would not last long. And then you can just use the AC-5 to rip through their core. It's still a pretty nasty weapon, the AC-5. I think people underestimate it, to be honest. But it's a really good weapon. People really do underestimate the power of the AC-5. So, yeah, there's not really much to say about the Hunchback. It comes with heatsinks in its legs at standard, like most mechs. Its head is quite a easy target, really. It's not... It's sort of big. I'd call it medium. It's not large, but it's medium. It's quite easy to hit if they're standing still, like anyone else, really. But yeah, the cannon is the biggest open target here, so make sure you protect that, because that is your main weapon of on this Hunchback. Other than that, there's not really much to it. I mean, you can put AMS on it if you really want to, but I find that the lack of tonnage on this thing does hinder it a bit, and I feel like the hard points also hinder it a little. Like, it could be... I think the Hunchbacks could be much more deadly. I mean, they are already, but I do think they could be more. They could be more than what they are right now. But yeah, this is my Hunchback. This is the one with the AC-20 standard. It took me a while to buy this one. So yeah, I mean, if you wanna get it, give it a try. Alternatively, you could lower the engine, get a couple more tons, maybe. Put a medium laser onto the arm and add armor to it, but I don't intend on doing that. So yeah guys, that's my Hunchback, that's my build. I hope you like this semi-review on it. Oh, I will say though, the armor values, let's talk about that real quick before we end this. The back only has 10 armor. Now you can increase that a bit by taking some off the center torso, but still, your center's really weak. Like, you can take that down a bit and then, you know, go to the rear and up that up a bit. But the back of the Hunchback is really, really weak. So if you want to take on a Hunchback, always aim for the back, because you can strip off a Hunchback's armor with an AC-20 in one shot in the back. So keep that in mind. Definitely keep that in mind. So be careful when you're doing this kind of stuff, guys. But the Hunchback, yeah, it's a nice mech. I enjoy it, and I'm glad I bought it. So yeah, if this review helps you, then just give it a thumbs up. That would be very appreciated. I will link this to my Hunchback River City gameplay that I did, so you can see it in action. I did actually do pretty well in that game. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this small review, and I hope you enjoy the River City view gameplay thing. Anyways guys, my name is Stu. This is my realm. This has been Mech Warrior Online. You can still get into the game, by the way, just so you know. If you buy the Founders packages, you can still get into the beta. So yeah. Okay guys, I'll catch you in the next one. Have fun.